Hi, I'm Greg with OvrClk, here to demonstrate some of the cluster management features of the system. Um, I have a cluster running in San Francisco with a Rails application backed by a Postgres database. I'll be showing you how I'll be able to clone this cluster to a different data center and see telemetry data to analyze the utilization of the resources, connect to the cluster using a private VPN, and tear it down to demonstrate the disposable nature of the infrastructure. To launch a cluster, I need a data center, so to list them, I use the OvrClk utility. You can pick any data center I want from here, but for the demo, we will go with Sin2. To launch a cluster using the utility, the command is launch. You can very well launch the cluster using this, but for this demo, I'll be using another tool called Akash. Akash is an internal tool we created to manage OvrClk itself. It has a more verbose output and some of the controls for debugging that doesn't exist in the OvrClk toolchain. So using Akash, launching the cluster now, it's creating the cloud resources, the networking, security, and eventually it'll go create all the services for running the cluster. This takes anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, so I'm gonna skip ahead a few minutes here. So we have the cluster provisioned in about 7 minutes. Let's go ahead and check out various services that are launched. For that, now Akash provides namespaces for isolating resources. Namespaces could be used for different environments, different tenants for multi-tenant apps, or even different teams that want that kind of isolation. This is a better isolation mechanism than the conventional dedicated machines because it promotes better sharing of resources, and that way you have a way more efficient system. As you can see, various services, the Walker control plane is the OvrClk's scheduler, and other services like Vault for securing secrets, VPN for accessing, and the DNS for discovery. Now let's go ahead and add the application. Before that, quick check on the actual default namespace. As you can see, there's nothing here, so let's go ahead and add it. Now, if you look at the services, there we have the Postgres and the Rails app. Now, it takes a minute or two to actually about 5 minutes to download the containers. If you look at pods, pods are a group of containers basically that share the namespace. So this takes about 5 minutes, and I'm going to skip ahead. It looks like the containers are ready, so let's go check. And there we have it. Now let's check the telemetry data to see the utilization. see we have the instance here running with a bunch of services and their CPU and memory and network utilization. Let's now go ahead and run a quick load test against this Rails app, so we can see the changes in the dashboard. Using Boom, sending about 5,000 requests at 100 concurrency. So here in a second, you'll start seeing spikes in CPU. Slowly putting up to 57%. If you notice, I'm actually running a single box cluster in Singapore, but I have several services with their IP addresses and unique ports. Basically, this happens by creating a different network on top of the machine network, container network, that kind of looks like normal hosts. Like our test is done. Now let's go ahead and create a VPN, open a VPN connection to the cluster so that we can access private resources. Open this config file, add it to our VPN client. And connect to it. Looks like we have a connection. Now let's see various services. Now I can actually click on this, and it should, fire up the Rails application. This is in a private network in Singapore. Now let's go ahead and take down the cluster. At clusters destroy. This takes anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes, so I'm going to skip ahead. The cluster now is offline, and we can quickly go to our dashboard to see that the Singapore machines are running. This pretty much sums up the demo. The next demonstration I'll be giving out will be more focused on applications and how to deploy them, manage releases, revert, see the logs, run commands on them. Really focused on the application. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching.